Once upon a time, Gautama Buddha and his disciple were passing through a village. After walking for a while, they felt thirsty, so they went to a field. The field was large and fertile, but it seemed that the owner wasn't paying much attention to it. There was a small hut nearby and they knocked on its door. An old man, along with his wife and children, came out. They were all wearing tattered clothes. With great humility, Buddha asked, "Could we have some water to drink?" The farmer offered them water. After drinking, Buddha asked, "Your field is quite big, but why don't you grow any crops here?" The farmer replied, "No, we don't." Buddha asked, "Then how do you make a living?" The farmer said, "We have a buffalo that gives plenty of milk. We sell some of it to get by and consume the rest." Buddha responded, "Leaving such a large piece of land unused could be dangerous for the future of your children. Relying solely on one buffalo isn't wise." However, the farmer, being quite lazy, replied, "Why should we bother? We manage fine with the buffalo, which gives us enough milk every day." Then Buddha said, "But you should work hard. One never knows what the future holds." The farmer didn't give much importance to Buddha's advice. As it was getting late, Buddha asked for permission to spend the night there, promising to leave early the next morning. Once the farmer agreed, Buddha and his disciple stayed there. Later at midnight, Buddha woke his disciple and said, "Let's leave right now and take this family's buffalo far into the jungle, so it can't return." The disciple was astonished. Buddha, who had always taught him the right path, was now suggesting something that seemed like a wrongdoing. But he had to obey his teacher. So, they took the farmer's buffalo and walked deep into the jungle, finally leaving the buffalo in a place from where it could not return. After this incident, the disciple felt uneasy. About 6 or 7 years later, the disciple had become a respected monk. Yet he still remembered that night and felt it was a mistake on Buddha's part. He decided to visit the farmer and help him financially to make up for it. The disciple set out to find the farmer. After a long journey, he reached the farmer's home but was taken aback by what he saw. The once empty field was now lush and green. On one side, wheat was being cultivated, while on the other, fruit trees were growing. A big, well-maintained house had replaced the small hut. Seeing this, the disciple thought, "It seems the farmer and his family sold everything and moved away after the buffalo was gone." Just as he was about to leave, he spotted the same farmer he and Buddha had met years ago. The disciple approached him and asked, "How is life now and what do you do? Do you remember me?" "Many years ago, my teacher and I spent a night here." The farmer, a bit nostalgic, replied, "Yes, I remember. How could I forget the night when you both left without informing us, and our buffalo went missing that same night, never to return? For many days we were worried about how we'd survive. We had grown so lazy depending on that one buffalo. But then I remembered your teacher's words about the dangers of relying on just one thing. I hadn't listened to him back then, but losing the buffalo forced me to rethink. I started collecting wood from the forest to sell, and slowly, with the money I saved, I began investing in my land. Then I started planting fruit trees. Step by step, I became a well-known trader in the village, and my life transformed." The disciple replied, "But you could have done all this earlier too." The farmer replied, "Yes, I could have. But at that time I was surviving without effort. I never thought I could do more. When the buffalo was gone, I realized I had to do something new to support my family. I resolved to work hard and be sincere, and that's how I reached this level of success." Moral of the story: sometimes in life we have obstacles, like that buffalo, holding us back from achieving something better. If you feel there is something hindering you, gather the courage to move forward and try something different. Everyone has a talent within. It's just about recognizing it and bringing it out. We hope you liked our story of Buddha's wisdom. If you enjoyed it, friends, please subscribe to our channel. Thank you and Namo Buddhaya.